Good morning, children. Hope you all are doing well. In the last video, we started with lesson 2, GUI, operating system and introduction. We have learned so far about user interface, types of user interface, Windows 7, switching on a computer, desktop and its components, basic operations on the desktop. Let's continue with the other topics in this lesson. Now coming to the next one is arranging the desktop icons. So how do you arrange these icons? As you arrange your study desk to make it tidy, likewise you can arrange the icons on the desktop to give a better look. To do this, what you are supposed to do, just right click on the blank area of the desktop. You have so many icons on the desktop. So just right click, you will find the list of options. So this is the option. Whenever you right click on your system, on your computer, you can find all these options. Okay. Select the view option. Here you have view option. As soon as you select the view option, you will be getting one more shortcut menu here, wherein you can click on auto arrange icons option from the sub menu. So this is the main menu what you are clicking. As soon as you are clicking the right button, right click on the desktop, you are getting this. This is the main menu. From this menu you are clicking view option. From that view option you have one more sub menu which has auto arrange icons. So you have to click on this. So observe the changes after you do this. Okay, you can see all the icons are arranged in a particular manner. Now coming to the next one is sorting the icons. Even for this you have to right click on the desktop, on the blank area of the desktop. Sorting the desktop icons means arranging them in a proper sequence. So you are trying to arrange and sort them in a proper sequence. So right click on the blank area of the desktop. Just now I told how to do it. Just go to the desktop. Just right click on the blank area. You will find this menu. Okay, the drop down menu. From this select the option. This is called as shortcut menu also. This shortcut appears here, and this you have to select the sort by. You have sort by. Point to the sort by option and click on the name sub option. So here whenever you click here, you will get again one more sub menu. From that you have to select name option. Okay, the icons will be arranged in alphabetical order. When you are selecting this name, that means all your icons are arranged and sorted in alphabetical order. Now coming to the next part is changing the desktop background. See, you have so many background images in your system. So if you want to change your background, how do you change the appearance of this background? You enjoy working with Windows as it is user friendly, isn't it? You can change the appearance of the desktop background according to your choice in the following way. How do you do this? Again, you have an option, right click anywhere on the desktop. You have to click, right click on that. You will get this shortcut menu, and you will find the list of options here. In that you select the personalized option. Where is personalized option? There you have to select the personalized option, which is at the end, okay, of the dialog box. The personalized dialog box will appear. As soon as you click here, you will find the personalized dialog box and click on the desktop background. In this you have click on desktop background. A new window with multiple images will appear. So when you select this desktop background, in that you can find different multiple images from which you can choose any one out of it. Okay. Now select any background from the display list. Here this is the thing. Just now I told you have a desktop images. From this you need to select. A preview of selected background will appear on the monitor. You have to select. After selecting the background, click on the save changes button and close the dialog box. As soon as you select this, you have to save the changes. Okay, because previously it was some other background. Now after you select the one which you have selected now as a background, that you have to save, so that the change will be saved. Now coming to changing the screensaver. What do you mean by the screensaver? The screensaver is an image which pops up on the computer screen whenever the computer is left idle for a certain period of time. See, what happens is, children, when you start doing something on the computer, what happens? Your mother calls or your friend calls, you just leave the computer and you'll go, isn't it? So you were working on some program. If you're working on some program, what happens is, suddenly by itself the screensaver will come onto the computer, and whether the computer is idle, it will directly shift from the program to the screensaver. So here, when the computer is idle, it's left idle for a certain period of time, you can have this screensaver image. Okay, by pressing any key or moving the mouse, you can again get back to the normal screen. So whenever you have just move the mouse or press any key on the keyboard, the normal program comes back. Okay, the normal screen which was there will come back. Follow the given step to change the screensaver. So whenever you are not working with the computer, you can use a screensaver. So right click on the blank area of the desktop. You already know how to do it. Just right click on the blank area of the desktop. As soon as you do this, you will get a shortcut menu. Click on the personalize option from the shortcut menu. Okay, I already told you in the previous thing. Okay, so personalized shortcut menu will be there. In that personalized dialog box, this is called as a personalized dialog box. On that, you have to click on screensaver option. As soon as you click on this screensaver option, the screensaver setting dialog box, this is the screensaver setting dialog box which will appear on your screen. Click on the drop down arrow in screensaver selection and select screensaver of your choice. So here, this is the screensaver. Here is the button drop down arrow. This is called as drop down arrow. Can you see this? Just click on this. When you click on this, a mini preview of the screensaver will be displayed in the box. Whatever screensaver is there, here it is 3D text. You have many things. When you click here, that will appear on this preview box. This is called the preview box. Just see that to watch the preview on full screen, click on the preview button. So you can just, this is an example which is given. If you want to preview the full thing, full screen, then just click on this preview. Okay, preview button. Wait for a few seconds and you will get the preview of the selected screensaver on the full screen. Whatever you have selected here, that will be shown on the screen. So move the mouse to come back to the screensaver settings. So as soon as you move the button to the screensaver setting window, change the time in wait box as per you need. Use the up arrow to increase and the down arrow to decrease the time. So how much ever time you want that screensaver to be on your monitor, you can just decide according to your timing. Okay, increase or decrease the time. Click on the OK button. Okay, click on the OK button. As soon as you click on OK button, the screensaver settings will be accepted. Okay. So now coming to desktop gadgets. What do you mean by these desktop gadgets? Windows contains mini programs called gadgets, which offer information at a glance and provide easy access to the frequently used tools. Whatever tools you are using, those things are accessed easily, very easily. So Windows 7 contains gadgets like calendar, clock, CPU meter, currency, weather, feed headlines, slideshow, picture puzzle and window media center, WinZip gadgets. So these all the gadgets are found in this Windows 7. Okay. Now coming to adding the gadgets on the desktop. How do you add these gadgets in your gallery? Okay, on your desktop. So right click on the blank area of the desktop and select the gadgets option. You have a gadgets option there. The gadgets window will open. So whenever you open this, you find all these gadgets on your desktop. Okay, double click on the gadget that you want to place on the desktop. So here you have clock, calendar, whatever you want, that you have to double click. The gadgets get placed on the right side of the desktop. Whatever you are trying to accept, like you want to keep it on the desktop, you have to double click that particular gadgets from the gadgets option. Okay, so here you can see clock, which displays time. To change the clock name and clock style, click on options button present by its side and makes the desired changes. So whatever changes you want to do, just click on that and you can change you have options button here. You have to change according to that whatever present time is there, you can change the time. Okay, now slideshow. So here it displays the continuous slides show of the pictures stored on your computer. Whatever pictures you have, that will be displayed here. Okay, click on the options button. You have options button here. This is options button, and select the picture folder, speed and transition effect between the pictures. Whatever pictures you want to show as a slideshow, you can do as well. Okay, now weather also you can just see, this gives the weather information either in Celsius or Fahrenheit of any place across the world. So you have to click and choose whatever you want. Okay, click on the option and try to use whatever you want to do it on this gadget. Now coming to the next one is shutting down a computer, which is a very important part. So whenever you switch on a computer, it is a must that you have to shut down a computer. For example, you are watching a TV. You on the TV and you just can't leave the TV like that and go, isn't it? You just can't leave the TV like that and go, isn't it? If you are sleeping, you have to just switch off the TV. Okay, switch off the power button. How do you shut down a computer? Here you have a start button. You all know where the start button is on the taskbar, isn't it? At the left corner of the taskbar. So here you have to click on the start button. Select the shutdown button. You have shutdown button here. Okay. Once you click on this, you'll get a shutdown button. You have to now wait for some time till the computer turns off automatically. Just click on the shutdown. You have to wait for some time. Then switch off the monitor button. Switch off the UPS and the main power supply button. How you have started your computer? Just do the reverse way. Okay. First you have to shut down. Then wait for some time till the computer turns off automatically. Then you have to switch off the monitor button. Then switch off your UPS and the main power supply button. You have understood how to shut down a computer? Now coming to some tips actually. The power modes of Windows 7. What do we mean by this? Just see. There are various ways to shut down your PC. You can turn off the PC completely, make it sleep, or can hibernate the PC. So here sleep is a power saving state wherein the system draws only a small amount of power. So you are trying to do some work on the system. You directly can't switch off and go and again start. So it takes a lot of time again to connect to your program. So it's better to make your your system into sleep mode. So just when you keep sleep mode, the power saving state will be, it withdraws a very small power, small amount of power. So here in this state, Windows automatically saves all your work in the memory and turns off the computer. If the battery is too low, it will go off, but everything is saved. The computer resumes full power operation when you start working again and return to the same screen where you left of the computer. So here what happens is, when you're keeping your computer in a sleep mode, your power will be, some amount is drawn, the power, but whatever you have saved, that will be saved. Whatever is there, that resumes. Okay, that is saved. And whenever you return back, the last, wherever you left, that will be there. Okay. Hibernate mode saves all the open documents and running applications on the hard disk and then shut down the computer. Hibernate uses less power than the sleep mode. What you can do is, you can also use this hibernate mode, which is saving all the open documents, okay, and running applications which you were doing, which is on the hard disk. So you can just use, this uses less power than the sleep mode. When you start up the computer again, your desktop is restored exactly at the same point where you left off. Okay, whatever you have done till now, that will be saved. Okay. So it takes more time to restore computer from hibernate mode than restoring it from the sleep mode. Now coming to what is a safe mode and normal mode. While using Windows, sometimes it happens that you come across problems that stop Windows from operating normally. So what happens is, suddenly it goes off, suddenly it switches off. So it has some problems sometimes, and a screen appears instructing you to run Windows in a safe mode. So whenever this type of problem arises, you'll get one instruction by the computer when your Windows, when you're running, when your program is in in a state that where you left it, you didn't save or something like that. So it will ask you and it will instruct the computer whether you have in safe mode. So this often happens when the computer is switched off without the proper shutdown procedure. So the safe mode of Windows allows the user to correct the issues so that the normal functioning of Windows can be resumed. So whatever you are doing, if you are in safe mode, whatever you are trying to do, you can correct that. Okay. The safe mode is somehow different from normal mode of operation in Windows. Given below are some differences between the two modes. So normal mode is the default operation mode of Windows. Usually you will have normal mode. Safe mode is the diagnosed mode for troubleshooting issues in a computer system. So whenever you have a troubleshooting issue, the computer automatically will diagnose the safe mode. So which will instruct you so that it appears on the screen so that you can click on that safe mode. Okay. In normal mode, all the files and drives from the hardware in a computer are loaded during startup for a proper functioning of a computer. So when you are in normal mode, automatically the files all are, drives are there in the hardware. It will be loaded during the startup. Okay. In safe mode, Windows load with a limited set of files and drives that are essential for primary functions such as drives from basic input or output device. So it will be doing, it has some limitations, okay, when you compare to normal mode. In normal mode, Windows appear in high resolution with all colors. In safe mode, Windows appears with limited colors and in lower resolution. So when you compare with normal and safe mode, you can see the difference. Okay. In normal mode, no label is displayed as compared to the safe mode. So here it is not instructing anything in the normal mode. When Windows is operated in safe mode, the label safe mode is displayed on all the corner of desktop screen. So whenever you are working out in a safe mode thing, you can see at the right corner of the desktop, it will be displayed. Okay, it is labeled as safe mode. Okay children, I hope you all understood this lesson. I want you all to go through this lesson, read the lesson once again and do the given work. Thank you. Have a wonderful day.